Hi, I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
And we're part of Pepper Tree Villa. We'd like to congratulate Fox Hallow on 100 episodes. Great job, Todd and Dave.
We love those tasty recipes.
Keep them coming. Here's to another 100.
Hey Todd and Dave, I just wanted to say congratulations on hitting 100 episodes. That's a really big deal. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys put in a ton of hard work. So cheers to 100 more.
Hello to all my Fox Hallow fam. I'm Dave and welcome to the 100th episode of Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We've done a lot of recipes over the last 99 shows, and today we're going to do something special. For brunch today, I'm going to make strawberry cream-filled crepes. Now if that sounds too fancy for you, a crepe is just a pancake that is extremely thin. Because they're so thin, they're used more like tortillas. You can fold them into quarters, you can roll them up and stuff them with fruit, and yes, you can even pour maple syrup over them. As a special treat for this episode, we're having a contest. Later on, when you see the Fox Hallow logo in the bottom right corner of the screen, make a note of the timestamp on this video. Then, private message us on one of our social media sites with the time you saw the logo appear. If you have the correct time, then you'll be entered into a drawing for a Fox Hallow t-shirt like this one. See the details in the description below. The contest ends Friday, the 18th of February at midnight, so get those entries in right away. Now, if you're ready to try something special, then let's have some fun. To make our crepe batter, we're going to start with 3/4 cup of milk, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of butter, melted but not too hot, and finally 1 cup of flour. Just pop it in there. Take our food processor, put on the lid here, and we're going to zap this for about 20 seconds. And when we take this off, we should have something that's similar to heavy cream. And we're going to put this in a bowl and stick it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Okay, I have an 8-inch skillet cooked over medium heat here. It's heated up, medium-low. I'm going to take a little bit of butter and stick in the center here and swirl it around. Then I have my 1/4 cup scoop. I'm going to fill it about 3/4 of the way. My pan is a little on the smaller side, so I don't want a full 4 tablespoons. I just want about 3.5. I'm going to swirl this in the center here. And then we are going to swirl this around the pan to make a nice little circle. And just let it cook here for a few minutes. One thing you don't want to do is swirl it up over the sides, because then you end up with crispy edges, and you want to keep the edges nice. So we're just going to let this cook here until the top is dried, just like a pancake. Takes a couple of minutes, that's all. That top is starting to dry pretty good. Give it another minute or so. And then I'm going to take a very thin spatula and just sneak it under a corner here and flip this whole thing over and cook the other side for about 30 seconds to a minute. Same thing. Now you can actually brown these on both sides. I'm not doing that for today, but you can do that. Some people like to have them a little brown. That's okay, depends on the recipe you're making. I am going to take this one last time here, get underneath, and flip it over one last time. And nice and cooked on one side. Then I'm going to take these up and stack them on a plate. They'll stay warm for a little while when they're stacked. And get a little more butter. Doesn't take very much. And we're going to make another. And just do that until you run out of batter. To make our topping, we're going to start with a half cup of sugar in a saucepan, 3/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're going to heat this over medium until we bring it to a boil. Now once this sauce has started to boil, it'll thicken up pretty good, and we're going to take and turn off the heat here in a second and just let it cool for a minute. Okay, once our sauce has stopped boiling, we're going to add a little bit of red food coloring here. It doesn't take much. And then 1 teaspoon of strawberry extract. And we're just going to stir this together. Then we're going to set it aside to cool completely. Okay, next I'm going to take my strawberry sauce, which is pretty well jellied here, and I'm going to add 4 cups of sliced fresh strawberries to that. And we're just going to coat these in that sauce until they're nice and coated. And once we do that, we're just going to set these aside and make our filling. Okay, let's start our filling. We're going to start off with 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese that's been softened a little bit. And I'm going to mush this up in our stand mixer to where it's creamy. That looks good. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then 2 cups of powdered sugar. And we're just going to mix this very slowly. Okay, now that we got this creamy, we're going to set this aside for 1 minute while we make some whipped cream. Next, I'm going to put 1 cup of whipped cream into our handy whipped cream maker. Well, heavy cream anyway, it'll be whipped in a minute. Put on the lid. And just churn this until you get a nice stiff peaked cream. Does take a little bit of doing. Let's take a look and see how we are. Yeah, that's pretty stiff. So that's done. Next, we're going to take the whipped cream that we just made and gently fold it into our cream cheese mixture to give it some fluff. Just be gentle. And there we go. We are ready to assemble our crepes. All right, I have one of my crepes laying here on a plate. I'm going to take some of the cream that I just made. That might be a little too much, but I'm going to smear it in the middle here. And then just roll it up like a little burrito, like that. And I'm going to set this aside on another plate. And I'm going to do that again. Finally, I'm going to take some of our strawberries here and just spoon them right over top. And voila, we are done. And now for the most amazing part, the taste test. Here we go. Get a little of this cream off of here. That is just fantastic. You guys are going to love this so much. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you for joining us on this, our 100th episode, and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, just remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. See you soon.
If you like this video or any of our other videos,
Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.